This video is brought to you by Phillips 66 Aviation, the most trusted wings in aviation, and by Lightspeed Zulu, simply the quietest, most comfortable headset in the world.
Hello everyone, and welcome to AVweb's continuing coverage of AirVenture 2010. I'm Russ Nalls reporting for AVweb. And you know, when people retire, they often dream about getting a bigger, better airplane. Well, Art Nalls dreams big. Here he is to tell us about the first civilian Sea Harrier in private hands.
Well, there are two ways to get a Harrier. One is to buy property in North Carolina and just to wait for the Marines to crash one in your backyard, or you can buy one surplus from the Royal Navy, the British government. This one was purchased surplus from the Ministry of Defense. An aircraft broker bought it and then sold it to me. Virtually as you see the airplane right there. They guaranteed it to be a complete, intact airplane, but once we got it here to the U.S., we found out that there's quite a bit of work taking a complete airplane to make it flyable and to satisfy all the FAA requirements. Everything on this airplane is the first time it's ever been done. We had to re-engineer the pedostatic system, we had to re-engineer the landing gear system, the emergency blowdown system, we had to re-engineer putting an ejection seat in the airplane, and some of the things such as that nose strut there's a liquid spring up in the nose strut that we had to re-engineer. The fluid that goes in there, it's silicone fluid, liquid silicone, and we had to engineer a fitting so we could actually service that thing. So everything on this airplane has been difficult. There's been nothing easy about it from start to finish. Well, on the second flight, we had a catastrophic hydraulic failure. There are two hydraulic systems, Hyde 1 and Hyde 2, obviously. The Hyde 1 system, a pipe burst. It just happened. We lost all the Hyde fluid, and that controls the nose wheel steering, the brakes, the flaps, the ailerons, the elevators, the speed brake. We essentially had to do, the only way to survive that emergency is to try to get the gear down through an emergency blowdown system, which we did not have at the time, and to do a vertical landing on concrete. The only concrete within 56 miles of our home base, St. Mary's County, is at Naval Air Station Patuxent River, so we declared an emergency and set up for the first vertical landing I had done in 16 years to land at Pax River. In the meantime, as I was burning down fuel, I tried to sling the landing gear down by a series of positive and negative G on the airplane, and I succeeded in getting the main gear down, and I thought I had the nose gear down and locked, but that was not the case. And shortly after touchdown of a very soft vertical landing, the nose gear collapsed and that nose fell 5 feet. That took another year to fix. Well, the air show here at Oshkosh is non-aerobatic, although I'm the first person ever rated to the surface, aerobatic rated in the surface in this airplane. US or UK, anywhere, I'm the first person ever to have that rating. I can't do any aerobatics here because the waiver box is not quite big enough. So I'm going to take off and I'm going to showcase the high-speed aspects of the airplane and the low-speed hovering maneuverability of the airplane. One of the maneuvers I'll do, I'll come into a hover and I'll do a Michael Jackson moonwalk as I make the airplane back up. I'll make it turn around. I'll do, if the winds are light enough, I'll do a figure eight called a mini circuit, and I'll either do a vertical landing or a rolling vertical landing depending on the winds and temperature and fuel. I would like to get 2 hovers out of it, and on the second hover, accelerate out from a hover to make another high-speed pass and then come back and hover again, all within just a couple of minutes. My final maneuver will be to face the crowd and do a bow, where from a stabilized hover, I'll make the airplane about 30 degrees nose low and then back to stabilized flight, and then do a vertical landing. And that all will take about 12 to 14 minutes. In that time, I'll burn about 300 gallons of fuel. And I would like to thank Phillips Petroleum, Phillips Conoco for providing the fuel for the demonstrations and to be able to get the airplane here and get it back home. That's no minor feat to be able to cover the fuel for this airplane because it's quite a fuel hog.